Without classes all are very fine, right? Hmm? Saturday, Sunday. Hmm? अरे वाह. And that too in winters, right? So what is the implication of IRMS not being combined into civil services post? Hmm. Yeah. Hmm? Technical service. So otherwise, how many railway services we had in the allied civil services? Two services. What are those services? P stands for P stands for personnel. Indian Railway personnel. Personnel means not PERSONAL. That is PERSONNEL. Means the employees. So Indian Railway Personnel Services, Traffic Service and Account Service. These three services have been, and of course for Railway Protection Force is also there is a service, but IRMS is integration of all. So implications are there. More than 100 vacancies matters a lot. Yes or no? And so far, like this year, the cutoff was relatively fine because of IRMS into the civil services. So engineers will be benefited more. Why the integration of the services happened into the civil services? Means sorry, into one service. Because of the feud, the coordination was very difficult into the railway services. So accounts, they are under the patronage of whom? Under the patronage of CAG. Why? Because Indian Civil Account Service, Indian Defence Account Service, and Indian Defence Establishment Services, and Indian Audit Account Service. So it all include accounts, right? So that is the main issue, that they are more inclined towards the revenue side. And apart from this, IRS, IT, and IRS. So these two services from IRS are also coming alongside, right? Now, traffic service is purely into railways, and they come into conflict with SCRA, a special class railway apprentice. After 12th, generally after 5 year or 10 year, not 10 year, but yeah, 6 years, 7 years, integration of all the vacancies together, UPSC conduct the exam for the aspirants who have passed class 12th. Then government give them the graduation, the 4 years training probation, like NDA. So in NDA, what is the process flow? So after class 12th, you are inducted, then government is giving you the degree. Commissioning is possible only after graduation, not before that. But this personal service is for the HR, and trade union is most of the time in fight with Indian Railway Personal Services. Now, coordination was big issue. That is why we integrated all into IRMS. Now, in IRMS, you see the Indian Engineering Services, which is technical service for technocrats, only for the engineers, apart from the computer science engineers, they were having it. But again, the kind of coordination that the engineers were coming under the civil servants. Who civil servant? These are the allied services, civil services. But Indian Railway Service is from Indian Engineering Service. People used to write IRSE. This is from Indian Engineering Service. These are from Civil Service series. And this is from another 10 plus 2 entry. All taken together. One service only now. IRMS. But implications, more than 100 vacancies. So like forest service, people are also giving prelims along with you. Right? Indian Railway Management Service is also giving prelims with you. More predictability in prelims will come. How? Because for forest, UPSC has to justify that it is an exam for forest services also. So minimum like 30 to 40% questions should be from environment, geography and forest, agriculture. So you guys have the idea that okay, 30 to 40% we need to focus more on this part. But UPSC is also very clever. So they bring the question from soil. Now you read soil for 15 days. Now, like an agricultural scientist, you will be reading it. Then for railway, again, science and tech, the new development in the railway and the technical issues in railway. Right. So maybe 15 to 20 question. So mechanical engineering, civil engineering and electrical electronics. So you are having more predictability as far as these things are concerned. So today in the prelims exam, 30 to 40% from geography plus environment plus agriculture plus soil, right, plus forest, agriculture and forestry. So these things are there, 30 to 40% questions. And plus because of this is also there, I supposedly feel that 15 to 20% must be from science and tech, and that too loaded with the engineering aspects. Very concrete information. Problem is not that we are not able to cover concrete things, factual data. Okay, we can have a grip of it. But data is flooded with. Data overload is the problem. Data cloud is a big issue. How much data we need to collect, how much data we need to memorize, this is the issue. The joy of cramming the information, rote memorization is lost. Yes or no? But not a problem. A smart student knows how to do things. Notes. What notes? Means science and tech portion means refer it early in the month of January. Environment, ecology, agriculture, science, give 1 month dedicatedly in the month of February. So January and February. So at least 30% and this 45%. Fine. Then you know that polity, not less than 10 questions. Has to be there. It is civil service, it is about democracy. Then economy. You know that many questions coming from budget. Right, the conventional. And economy you need to read in the month of April, because 1st April, first financial year, economic survey will be out. But these readings are also enjoyable as far as the economic survey is concerned. Leave aside the data and all. but the expressional aspects, conceptual aspect from where the prelims questions are also framed, subjective questions. So in the month of January and February, science and tech plus environment ecology. Polity you have covered. So for example, 45 question plus 10 question at least from polity. How many? 55. 55. Then history. History, the modern Indian history only. Say for examples, at least 10 questions should be there, but 6 to 7. Yes or no? So history you can cover in the month of March, and along with art and culture and all, but from mains perspective, from mains perspective. So how will you be preparing from mains perspective? The answer writing you will not be able to do in the month of February, March, April. Reading the questions, previous year questions, reading their answers, and framing prelims question out of it. Yes or no? Then you will get to know the things, forward and backward linkage of that question. Then referring those sources which are in form of the questions arranged in form of chapters, as if it is a book. Course through questions, prelims or mains. Things are very easy, as simple as that. Because it is not about prelims, but it is about mains. But prelims you need to pass. So there are tricks. There are tricks, smart tricks to clear the prelims. But then on the top of it, there is a snack, CSET. So people are having good score in GS, but the main minimum qualification criteria from CSET. Then what to do in that? What to do in that? So if you don't do anything, but it is a time test, you know that half of the question you will be able to solve, but it is all about time test. It is not a you can say achievement test. CSET. It is a time test. Time test and achievement test. What is the difference between these two tests? If you are given 4 hours instead of 2 hours in CSET, you will be able to score more than 60 to 70%. Because the test has been designed in such a way that no one is able to solve full test. Practice is the main key factor here. But now someone is very strong in English, so English comprehension, then reasoning, then comes not math but general mental ability. तो बगल वाले से बोलते हैं, means the person who is sitting on the same desk or nearby, you please refer those questions, I will refer those questions, we will exchange it. So just not possible, you can't believe it, and it is another way, like we don't accept. Yes or no? If brother sisters are there coincidentally together and they believe their competencies also, then it is sometimes possible. Or same roommate, coincidentally if they are together, then what will happen? If you guys are giving prelims exam together, then what will happen? You please tell. कुछ तो हो ही जाएगा. अच्छा, for CSET will it be helpful? No, I tell you, if she is able to solve only English question because her English is good, for example, your reasoning is good, your GMA is good, so relatively if you might be attempting this, so you were in the fear fact, because I have experienced this and I have heard many stories, sir, due to stress we are not able to think because time gone by. This is the main issue, and if stress is released, then you are able to solve the things. Then in 45 minutes you have to attempt all the English question, for example, and you have 1.5 hours. Automatically your performance will be better. And then relatively you are exchanging that Ram's answer, Ram Shyam answers B or A, B, B. So Ram Shyam is only one in one of the question. Then another question from Gita. You know Ram Shyam Gita. In reasoning, sometimes it happens. The question involving two people in the blood relation, for example, reasoning, the topic is. So a particular name is there, particular catchy word, and that becomes the question. So I'm just telling you these are the tricks also which are legitimately fine. If you find any person coincidentally, good. So now I am telling it to you. It happens. Sometimes you know what happens. There are two papers, and in between there are 2 hours break. A smart person talk in between that 2 hours with the fellow. Like this is the desk. One person is sitting here. One person is sitting here, just to know his kind of talent, seriousness, and one is coming to know that okay the person also took coaching and serious or second attempt or third attempt and previously he gave mains or whatever, then you rely, and sometimes the person is also on the same page, the hidden purpose behind the conversation, then of course there may be a thing. But leave aside this, I say that self help is the best help. No, trust but verify, that's a different thing altogether. But I'm saying that CSET, you need to just grab the tricks. For example, in CSET, what happens? Just go for the easiest question first. Warm up, and then you are releasing the pressure also. Shortest question, shortest passage, shortest things. That's it. And if your USP says that you are very good in English, then go for all the English passages, at least the shorter one. There are big passages also. You may leave it for time being. You are very correct in that. But while practicing this, at least 20 test, prelims test, mock test, come full length test, you will come to know about real you, right? About real you. It is not about that how much score you are having in it. Just to know that what all luck factor matters and work in your case as far as the prelims, CSET and GS both are concerned. Okay. This exam is of tricks. Very short, very simple exam. But if one is knowing to just these all not shortcuts but smart tricks, shortcut will cut you short, right? Chalo, coming back. So IR, hmm? Yes. No, 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 no. I tell you, forms will be filled together, like in the month of January, February. Then prelims for CSE, for Forest Service, and for IRMS together. Then they all are in different phase. Mains for IRMS is separate, for IFOS is separate, and for CSE is separate. Interview of all separate, cutoff, and the cutoff will also be separate. Only this is common for IRMS. They are having the qualifying paper. Ah, yes, That I am not updated with. I will get to know, but to the best of my knowledge, it should be there for if it is not there in the 16 language list, not the 22. Hmm. It is exempted. So you are not giving this. Hmm. So pinpointedly, I was not knowing these two, but yes, I knew that 16 out of 22 they are giving the exam, not the rest of the six. Good, it is. So that is what I told that I'm not updated. I'll cross check. But supposedly, I feel that it should be there because it is a constitutional service you conducted by UPSC. It must be there. So anyway, in center-state relation, what was the last point? IB. We covered IB. Okay. So all have attended the lecture also online or recorded lecture? क्यों ऐसा क्यों होता है? टाइम नहीं मिलता. Okay. So in center-state relation, we discussed the principle of territorial nexus, then doctrine of pith and substance, right? Then we went through Article 245 and Schedule 7, right? Then we understood what is cooperative federalism and why cooperative federalism is required. We came to know that the war exigencies, the fast communication network, the shared tax pool structure is very, very important, right? And how it is achieved? Then delegatory mechanism, adjudicatory mechanism, full faith and credit clause. Yes or no? Then invitation clause. We talked about all things. Then these mechanisms are basically executed in form of different constitutional bodies as well as non-constitutional bodies, extra constitutional bodies, executive bodies. Then we just discussed about some of the constitutional bodies, some non-constitutional bodies in form of hmm, NDC, Planning Commission, Finance Commission being the constitutional body, and Niti Aayog is the non-constitutional body but the legal body as of now. Then we also discussed CBI, not the constitutional body, CIC, Chief Vigilance Commissioner, CVC, IB, RAW. Yes or no? We also discussed DAYA, CID. No? No? What is the difference between IB and CID? Hmm? CIB is nothing but state level IB. CID is state level intelligence department. But the nomenclature reflect that it is from center, but it is not. It is state level. So Daya is working at the state level, not for the center. Daya means one of the serial in Hindi channels prominently seen by the North Belt at least. One serial channel in wherein the main character name is Daya. Okay. RAW means research analysis wing, right? It is of British genesis because there was a problem, right, during Afghanistan time troops deployment to watch them to watch their deployment. Raw was established. Hmm? क्या चीज़? Oh, sorry, IB was there, but Raw took it over from IB. Raw basically was sorry, formulated because of the fact that there was a coordination problem when China war was there in 1965, sorry, 1962 and 3. Then there was a problem that the Coast Guard, the Navy, then Coast Guard, Navy, and there is one more body, the Merchant Navy, right? In Merchant Navy, there is very small segment of defense, so they were having the problem. So they what they did that they just made a body which is the kind of father figure for all the other bodies, because coastal is one of was one of the area apart from the air and the land intrusion which was the main factor. Yes or no? Then Raw was not able to work. Then what they brought to complement Raw very recently is NIA. And in NIA also they are bringing something new. Hmm? Hmm? Marcos Commandos ये क्या होते हैं वैसे? एक्चुअली क्या होता है कि NIA के अंदर में स्टेशन वो जो स्पेशल टास्क फोर्स इज देयर. What do they do? They always sit in the helicopter 6 hours and they are waiting. Pilot is also sitting, so the reaction time is least. So wherever in India the attack is there, they will be able to reach within 45 minutes. So there is a shift, 8 hour shift in a day. So 8 into 3, 24, right? So whosoever done one 8 hour shift will be given 2 days relax. Then on third day again 8 hour shift. So they are sitting in the helicopter with finger poised on the button to start the helicopter. And sometimes they are starting it also to keep the engine warm. No, it is very important. Anytime anything may happen. So Ajmal Kasab episode. So that's how the special task force is within NIA. And in special task force, the people from especially armed forces, Air Force, Navy, Army, they are brought. They are given training and they are given extra allowances also. Then from police service also people are there, not IPS. Very rarely an IPS will be part of a STF for the obvious reason that this exam process is not physical energy oriented, rather it is physical energy draining oriented process. You are losing your physical energy or not? No. 10 hours study a day, then what will happen? Like that. Anyway, now what are the other bodies that I told you? Hmm? STF. Hmm. Hmm? NSG, National Security Guard. But this is different body. NSG you are talking about. It's a different from NIA. What is National Security Guard? NSG is that body which is giving the VIP services. For say for example with PM, NSG. Hmm? SPG, Special Protection Force, troops group. No, that is fine, but NSG is also there with them. Basically, it was available, but the nomenclature was, changed. Nomenclature was changed, and you might have heard Z security. What is the difference between normal security and Z security? No, 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 not six people. I'm just asking you the em- engagement of these forces. Z सिक्योरिटी में NSG होता है, right? And normal में what you are telling, special protection group, it is there normally. No, not for PM, it is also for CM. uh, and it is for whosoever is having the threat, whosoever the threat, and one is dignitary too, right? What about the president? Hmm? Bodyguard only. And no, I'm just asking for president, which service is coming to protect them? There is huh? No, 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 I tell you, there is one dedicated wing here in India Air Gate, sorry, uh, North Block, right? That decide the deployment of particular soldiers, and they send the particular number of people on duty to the president house, to the prime minister's house, to the prime minister's office with the prime minister, right? And they are having the force reserve with them in case if any threat perception is there. Even for prime minister, NIA people will also be there in Z security, and if there is more threat, prime minister. Okay, so maybe more of it you will come to know in the class when internal security is taught to you, right? Internal security. But yes, in president house or in vice president house, necessarily the people are not from north belt, necessarily people are not there who knows Hindi. The only factor is, and generally the Nepalis are found in the president house as force, Gorkha regiment. Why it is so? Because when they are able to communicate in Hindi, they can develop nexus with the locals. Nexus, you understand? When you are able to talk in the same medium, then they will be able to understand. Then the emotional connect. Hindi chini bhai bhai. So Hindi more bhai. So it should not happen. So language connect is also there. In India, basically Telugu best bhai. Telugu, the kind of anatomical structure of any Telugu speaking person, comparatively in southern belt, Andhra Pradesh is that state which is having kind of linguistic sentiments, not Keralite, right? Not even Tamilian, right? But the Telugu people. I don't know the what is the magical effect of Telugu language. What is the magical effect? You are from Andhra. What is the effect of that language? Uh, Emotional connectivity comparatively. So you will like to be in Telugu people group when you are there in any training profession or like that. Hmm? You feel more comfortable. But in north side India, if you are knowing Hindi, you are not also knowing Hindi. Then, I have seen. Yeah, it is also true for Tamilian and for Mallu, means the Keralite. But for Telugu, it is there. Maybe the first state in India 1953, Andhra Pradesh. Because of Telugu sentiments. That language should be the base to make these states, not the other factors. जहाँ पैसा हो. अच्छा ऐसा है क्या, मुझे तो नहीं पता. या मारवाड़ी. So uh, every clan, every group, every uh, you can say religion and every caste is having its own anthropological loop and as well as manifestation of particular characteristics in some way or the other. Okay, now apart from these bodies, what are other bodies that we can recall? National Commission for Women, National Commission for Minority, National Commission for SC/ST, National Commission for Backward Classes, right? National Commission Law Tribunal, Company Law Tribunal, NCLT, NHRC, National Human Right Commission. Any other commission that you may recall? NCT, National Commission for Transgenders. Nalsa is a law for Lok Adalat. 40 for disabled person. Disabled person at national level. National Commission for Divyang. You are telling. NSD. Sorry, NCD. No. CAT, FCAT, or hmm? NCRP, or it is committee. इसको कहीं और पढ़ लेंगे यार. But as far as the center state relation and the commissions are concerned, who are having the permanent body, I think that noting I have given you in Article 23 or 24. Article 23, the trafficking as well as the children below 14 years. I have given you that noting there. Any other commission? जल्दी बोलो. ISC. I have mentioned it somewhere. So probably if we come to know about these bodies, what do you know in advance? Which one is the umbrella body out of these three, out of all the bodies I have written here? Senior most body. So that I told you NHRC. Why NHRC is the senior most body? Ex-CJI and maximum age limit is 70. Nowhere else you will find this age. Now in NHRC, who all are ex officio members? Chairperson of NCBC, National Commission for Backward Classes. It has been given constitutional status recently. Then NCST and NCST. Right? Then SCST means scheduled caste and scheduled tribes. And it is for National Commission of Minorities. Now if I ask you that which article it is protecting, which fundamental right it is protecting, article wise, Article 15, Article 16, Article equity. NCSC, NCST, NCBC, and even NCM, they are having civil court power, not the criminal court power. First of all, civil court power means what? Say, for example, you have fake certificate and you have produced, you became civil person, right? But he was having enmity that you may be not real, you may not be real. So he complained, or there is a suo motu complaint of other person. Then what will happen? This commission may call you that what is the genuinity, right? So to cross check the validity of a certificate, or you need to include a particular caste in as SC, NCSC or as CST or NCBC, then this commission will be working. NCSC and NCST, they are relatively working for the permanent list until unless there is a constitutional amendment. But to include one new OBC, no constitutional amendment is required. NCBC is that body which is conducting exercise twice in a year, every 6 months, to exclude some of the community from OBC list and to include some of the new communities in OBC list. Why it is so? Because OBC inclusion also include creamy layer and non-creamy layer concept. If you have converted your religion, you are not immediately entitled for reservation. There is a law. Means you have converted your religion just for your inner peace, for your inner satisfaction, but not for the practical reasons. Not with immediate effect. दो भी नहीं मिलेंगे. Earlier what used to be there, like in UPSC, 15 or 20 years back, a girl exhausted all the attempts. General caste girl exhausted all the attempts. Then she asked her friend, marry me, who was from SC background. Then he told them why marriage. So she told this arrangement. So it's a fake marriage. She cleared the exam. She cleared the exam, and then the boy was saying, now we have to be in the real married life. The girl was asking him to give divorce. It's a legal arrangement. It's a legal trap. And the boy was saying, no, I won't. You have made use of my surname. Then what should be the solution? You tell me. Who Sattu? Oh, there is another movie wherein one character name was Satyendra, right? So such scenario is happening, and that is why the rule was made that even after marriage, with immediate effect, girl cannot use the reservation of a boy. Girl's father religion and the caste, even after marriage, will be used for this purpose. You are getting my point? Now, what happened in that case? You are very curious to know. No, the boy was saying, I will complain. Your service gone then. And it's also true. Then girl told that, what do you want? Tell me. Money? How much? 10 lakh, 15 lakh, 20 lakh. Tell me. I will take loan and will give it to you. अरे यार तो it is an emotional arrangement. Until unless you are not emotionally connected, maybe it is for artificial reason, that's fine, but it is not possible. But this is so such a practically designed world that they are foregoing about the fundamental aspects, the emotional psychological aspects, and the boy was blind now in the artificial factors. So the complaint was lodged, but then certain things should not happen again. Immediately the laws were made. लड़के को इंसाफ मिला. The boy was equally at fault. She is in service. She filed the complaint in court. That suspension was there from the civil service side, UPSC side, but she filed a complaint in court, and then court always give judgment in favor of such success. The complaint was uh, that sir, that time the law was there, and I married this man. Okay, yes, it was also one of the factors that I will be able to give the exam. More chances will be there, but it was not purely factor. It was not the pure factor that this is only the factor that marriage should be solemnized only for the exam. But I just wanted to settle down. But after marriage, I did not find that this wedlock is good to go. And that is why I want, as a normal person, my own way of life. And the court, in court, the lawyer justified. The boy was saying, see the proof and all, but court said, yeah, in normal life also, after 6 and 1 year, the people are having their own ways. So there was a report, like there is a concept in Masuri called as CBM, right? CBM, cadre based marriages. So many people were having the cadre based marriages. Cadre based marriage, you understood? No. So, for example, you are from Rajasthan, and you are from Patna, right? You are from Patna. Now in Missouri you met and you had good psychological connect. Okay, so same gender things are also possible. So fine. Now your cadre is Rajasthan and your cadre is Bihar, and you guys decided that we both will be in Rajasthan. Okay, so that way it happened, and it was possible that in Rajasthan both of you are there. But many cadre based marriages, then the rule was changed. Now your cadre is Patna, your cadre is Rajasthan. Come what may, you will not get Rajasthan or Patna after marriage. You will get another cadre, maybe quite far away from both of your cadres, maybe Tamil Nadu. That is the discouragement by the changed rule. It is there. You understood? So, for example, the departed couple from Jammu Kashmir and from Delhi, right? So, they both had the marriage, but then in Rajasthan they they were there, Rajasthan cadre. But after that, the special request was there because some vacancy, and that vacancy was created. Then the person from Jammu Kashmir shifted to that cadre, and she's there in Rajasthan. You have understood this? So that's how it is. So CBM is now no more relevant, at all not relevant. तो अभी कुछ नहीं है. No girl, no boy, nothing. मतलब gender is not the matter. SC ST का. No, abhi, today the rule is that the girls or boy, father religion will be counted, not the like the husband's one, fathers. Now you say that, sir, we will get a new religion for our father. Everything is fair in UPSC and war, right? So that is also not possible. That is also not possible. There is a boy, Sanjay, right? He got rank 6. I told it to you earlier, I think. He got rank 6. This man was having quite humble life, like clerical job, and he was a driver also alongside. But he got 6th rank in civil services. There is another person, a girl, who got 7th rank. She was a business analyst and was having job in Japan before she came to Delhi and was preparing for civil services. These guys, pole apart personality, one from village, another from Delhi, business analyst. Business analyst means MIB from European countries. MIB means Masters in International Business. You understand the kind of ultra modern personality. She got the Bihar cadre, and this person was from Bihar. He got Agmut cadre. Agmut. Agmut cadre means Union Territory, Delhi, right? Arunachal Pradesh, right? And Agmut, Mizoram and Goa also. So smaller states as well as Union Territory. So 80% time they are living here in Delhi. Now that time CBMs were allowed. I think I'm talking about 2007 or 8. She was after him because of only CBM. And this man, you understand, a village person, rural personality, kind of not knowing things, but only on the basis of books and things, and the kind of humble life he lived. So, anyhow, these marriages were cancelled by the family. Cancelled means you can understand the kind of if a boy is trying in this at least affair, well, will not be having success. But if a girl is after something, then even you know Yamraj story, she fetched her husband's soul back. Yamraj was confused. What all happened? So, so it's all kind of natural strength that God has bestowed upon. So now it is not possible. These are the true story when you will join the Vasna. Sometime in leisure time, one of the old directors, not the old director, directors are coming and going, but the professors and the teachers there permanently residing there in Masuri. 30 to 40% staff is residing in Masuri, those who will be taking your classes. 70% people are coming on the invitation for a week or for 10 days. They take your class and then go. So they will be telling you certain stories. Yet another story in Lavasna. One guy, very kind of humble guy and not very clever. The other group from southern India trying to kind of, what, ragging, that which is done for the juniors, but in Lavasna it is done for the allied services by the All India services. So the All India service group sent one of the fake letter to the home that your son is no more. I told it to you, and you understand the mother, father, the parents were not very rich. They were not having money to come to Missouri. Means after your selection and uh, joining, you are getting money only in parts, right? Say for example, in Lavasna, if you are going, whole salary is not given to you because you are under probation. Only part of money is given to you. After your probation is over, you are given arrears. Arrears means the accumulated amount. Then they came there anyhow, and they went straightway to the director's house, and then such thing. Then he told that no, he's file all fine here. Then the inquiry was ordered, and means the truth was digged that okay, so these are the fellows who has done this. Now what should have been done? Reduction in the seniority, suspension altogether, or rustigation? Hmm? No, I'm just asking. Action was taken. Hmm? Career खत्म कर देना चाहिए. No, that was the question the director was asking from all the fellows, that what should be done for these people in class. Reduction in the seniority. 2 years. So they will be junior for all other practical purposes. Like after two batches, their seat service will start. So promotion also. For whole life they will be carrying it. Yet another episode, that one girl was living in Lavasna impersonating as a civil servant. And director signature was there on the permission card. The probationers digged the things. Kata sir is also okay. So then the kind of entry into Lavasna was relatively harder for even the guest. Or for the guest house is booked inside, and entry was also kind of very friendly. It was, but now it is very hard. Biometrics were also installed. Certain stories are there, but anyway, no. Why religion is so important for the BC backward classes? So this SC ST community reservation was provided by the constitution itself, right? But backward community reservation came after 1990s, right? And that reservation was also having a concept creamy layer and non creamy layer concept based on the annual income of the guardian, mother and father taken together. So in 6 months time, like 8 lakh rupees as of now it is. So if mother father income is 9 lakh rupees, then they will be in creamy layer, then they will not be provided the benefits of the reservation in the government jobs. The religion has not become the factor. It was never. The always two factors, social and educational backwardness. because of which certain benefits are provided. But religion, race, caste, gender, and place of birth, these five factors are used to identify those people who are socially and educationally backward. So, for example, you are a community, and 8 out of 80% out of 100% are educationally backward. Then it is a reasonable ground for the government to grant the benefit in form of some reservation. But how will you be identified in the certificate? You will be using certain surname. That surname is reflecting one of the religion, one of the caste. So that is why these grounds are used to identify a particular person. So when you go to the tehsil or to the RG office to get the certificate, and you tell that you are XYZ Sharma or you are XYZ Pandit and you want ST certificate, so one will be seeing you because one has identified you that Pandit are not given ST certificate. So this is just for the recognition, it's helping. If we might have given the reservation on the basis of a religion or caste which is there for time immemorial, means for n number of years in future, then this reservation is a permanent story altogether. But we have kept as a temporary benefit one. Maybe SC/ST reservation is relatively constitutional in nature, but we may change it. Modi government can do this. They have brought a new reservation, EPW, on the basis of economic criteria. Otherwise, it is not granted by the constitution. It has not been allowed by the constitution. Only educational, not economic. But EPW, sorry, EWS, right? So that is what is the case. So we can write one line about it, small lines. After this, we will be starting civil society, right? Civil society, though it is not having kind of content, but very important from exam and prelims perspective. Up till I think IB you had covered. Please put the heading NCW. Statutory year. It was set up in 1992. It was set up in 1992 under National Commission for Women Act 1990. To protect, promote, and safeguard the interest of women. Interest of women. Stop. It has a civil code power. Civil code power, and it is a statutory body. It is a statutory body. It also involves members from civil society, members of civil society for the purpose of promotion of rights related to women. Let's stop. There is no qualification no qualification provided to be appointed provided for a person to be appointed as chairperson chairperson full stop. So this appointment become a political appointment this appointment become a political appointment most of the time most of the time. Right, then write about NHRC. Means the state can give them the statutory status. Statutory है दिल्ली ने दिया हुआ है, but in most of the states they have not been given legal status. Yes, but they are in touch with the NCW directly. Right, Delhi is having the statutory status. Please write NHRC. It was set up in 1993 under the protection of 1993 under the protection of Human Rights Act 1993. 1993 full stop. It acts as a watchdog. It acts as a watchdog of HR, human rights in the country. Full stop. It is a multi-member body. Multi-member body consisting of a chairperson and 4 members. 4 members. Full stop. Chairperson should be a retired CGI. Retired CGI and members should be retired Supreme Court judges. Let's stop. The chairperson of NCSC, NCST, NCM means National Commission for Minority, NCM, and NCW are ex officio member of it. Are ex officio member of it. Full stop. Chairman hold office for 5 years or up till 75 years of age. Sorry, 70 years of age. 70 years of age, whichever is earlier. It encourages NGOs and civil society participation for human rights awareness for human rights awareness. It enjoys the power of a civil code, the power of civil code. Full stop. State level HRCs means Human Right Commissions. HRCs are also created under its patronage under its patronage and they enjoy statutory status. They enjoy statutory status. Sometimes NHRC NHRC is considered as toothless tiger, as its recommendations are only advisory in nature. Only advisory in nature. Now please write about NCSC and NCST. Write in it. These are constitutional bodies. These are constitutional bodies. Full stop. Article 338 provides for the appointment of a special officer for SC and ST for safeguarding their interest. Full stop. Accordingly, in 1978, government through resolution set up non-statutory multi-member office of commissioner for SC and ST. In 1987, it was renamed as NCSC ST. NCSC ST. Full stop. In 1990, by 65th Constitutional Amendment Act, it was given constitutional status. Constitutional status. In 2003, by 89th Constitutional Amendment Act, 89th Constitutional Amendment Act, NCSC ST was bifurcated in two separate bodies, namely NCSC under Article 338, NCSC under Article 338 and NCST under Article 338A alpha. right? Then right ahead of this, NCSC has a chairperson, comma vice chairperson, and three members. NCST has the same composition. NCST has the same composition, which is determined by the president, which is determined by the president. Full stop. The tenure in both the cases is of 3 years. The tenure in both the cases is of 3 years. Right. Then right below this, NCBC was created in 1993. In 1993, under Article 340, under Article 340, but it was not given constitutional status. It was not given constitutional status, but because of increasing demand of OBC, it has been given constitutional status along with civil court powers. In comparison to NCBC and ST, NCSC and NCST, NCBC has more workload as it has to conduct biannual. Means 2 times in a year, biannual exercise for renewing OBC list along with reviewing the creamy or non-creamy layer status. Non-creamy layer status. Then right below this, NCBC, NCSC, NCST work primarily for the benefits of reservation covered under Article 15 and Article 16. Article 15 and Article 16. But when it comes to benefit given under Article 30, then a new body called as National Commission for Minority NCM comes into picture. Full stop. NCM was created in 1992. In 1992, and it was given statutory status under National Minority Act. Let's stop. And NCM replaced a minority commission setup of 1978. 1978. It has a chairperson. It has a chairperson, comma vice chairperson, comma five members on 3 years tenure. 3 years tenure. And right below this, it is also to be noted. It is also to be noted that protection for languages under Article 29 is provided by linguistic minority officers who work under Article 350 B for Bombay. 350 Bombay. Full stop. This post was created in 1957 and its headquarter is in Allahabad. 1957, 57, and its headquarter is in Allahabad. Headquarter is in Allahabad. Right. Now put the heading NCLT. NCLT, NCM कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल है. कौन सा NCM या लिंग्विस्टिक इज कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल, NCM इज स्टैट्यूटरी minority. Only NC, SC, ST and BC, they are having the constitutional status. No, statutory. Mandal Commission. No, actually I tell you, इंदिरा गांधी जी 1984 में assassinated. There was a vacuum from 1985 till 1992. 1985, I think, Banu case, alimony, right? So the vote bank was the main thing. The religion, Muslim, right? In religion also Mandir, and the reservation. right? These were the cards. So to woo the Muslim voters, Rajiv Gandhi government took the credit for it. Then the BJP, Atal Bihari Vajpayee, he came up with the idea of, Rath Yatra, you know, yeah, Rath Yatra. Then the Faizabad court ordered the opening of the Ram Mandir doors. So a controversy. Then the new party, the Janta Party, which formed its government for the first time after the emergency, third time emergency in 1976, they did not, and they were not left with any of the vote bank card. In 1978, the Mandal Commission was set up, and it gave the recommendation for the backward classes. Why? Because they identified that this is that religious block, or you can say that block of youth, their energy can be harnessed, their vote can be harnessed by giving them some government job promise. Within 6 days time, this Mandal Commission idea was executed, and they were not knowing that what this Kamandal Mandal is all about. Kamandal Babaji's. No, that expression was reported in the dailies. That's how I am just saying this. Mandal Kamandal. Kamandal, carrying water. Saint people are having a kind of hmm, something like that. So, so that was the issue. And then when they just declared that OBC reservation will be there, this whole Delhi was under curfew, and this Delhi University North Campus, the students were burning the kind of tires, buses. Yes, Deshbandhu College, one student, right, in under the attempt self immolation, right? uh, India Gate ka. So that was the first incident. After that, there were 2 3 more incidences. So that way, but for government, when it comes to the national level election, this protest, doesn't matter for them, and they knew that it will happen, and they did not roll it back. Indra Swane case, famous case. It was in this background it was heard, and they gave the balanced decision by introducing creamy layer concept, but they allowed it. Okay, so that was the scenario. Yes, that there is one convention on human rights, that is a separate issue. You are connecting it to OBC. We are having ratification. We are having ratification for it. We will be covering it in governance, international governance. So that's how the scenario is, but everything is for the kind of political reason. But हमें तो करना क्या है? एग्जाम में क्वेश्चन आया, लिख दिया, नंबर आ गई, खत्म. Decently, we have to just put our thoughts. OBC and schedule caste. Very good question. So caste, if it is indexed in a particular list, then it is called as schedule caste. So a caste may be general caste and reserved caste. In reserved caste, you may be SC or you may be ST. Other than SC, ST, If you are having reservation, then you will be identified as OBC. Other backward classes. It means the backward classes include SC and ST. Then other than this SC, ST, if you are having backward status, then you will be OBC. Hence the name OBC. Clear definition or not? Center for status for NCSC and NCST. See, NCSC and NCSTs is a parliament level decision. Inclusion of a particular caste into the list. It's not NCBC or NCST can do anything in it. For OBC, this is NCBC which is playing the vital role because economic criteria is there. For NCSC, for NCST, if the parents are earning 1 crore rupees a year, then also they will be getting the reservation. Economic criteria is not there, and not for NCSC and NCS or SC and ST. The only thing that we say that they are socially or educationally backward. If you talk about the social backwardness, then maybe untouchability is also one of the factor. But if you say that I was not, one was not untouchable, I was not untouchable, but if one is getting SC status, what does it mean? Necessarily, untouchability is not to be seen, but yes, you may be correct. Untouchability was once upon a time was practiced for most of the people who are into this fold as recognized as NCSC, sorry, the scheduled caste. Yes or no? It is possible. But necessarily, if we say that definition wise, Supreme Court has not come out that with the fact that the untouchability was practiced for the scheduled caste. Only decent words that constitution says that social and economic, sorry, educational backwardness, not the economic, right? Only economy word came as a kind of new plank for EWS. That's it. And in EWS, I tell you, the reason is still is connected to social and educational backwardness. That economy word is another word you can put it here, that it is a new dimension to recognize those people who are not able, you are not able to have that income annually. Yeah, in the forward caste, the general caste, everyone is not getting EWS. Argument, yeah, it is there. We are all saying that remove it altogether, bring new categories of reservation like single girl child parents. So whosoever caste one is from, but single girl child will be having reservation. Good motivation. Single boy child, no reservation. So the story is on till the time baby boy is there in the family as a savior factor for especially mother, especially in in-laws house. But they don't know that the male is responsible for a baby boy or baby girl as far as the gender of the baby is concerned, right? Taboos, religious taboos and stereo taboos. Please write about NCLT. It is a quasi judicial body, National Commission, sorry, National uh, Commission Law Tribunal, National Company Law Tribunal. Basically, its full name is National Commission Company Law Tribunal, but it is abbreviated as NCLT only. It is a quasi-judicial body that examine issues related to related to companies in India. It was set up on 1st June 2016. First June 2016 under Companies Act 2013. 2013. It recommend that the and bankruptcy code insolvency and bankruptcy code IBC for bad loan means in bracket more than 90 days no payment, more than 90 days no payment of EMI. Bracket closed, can be enforced or not, and to what extent, and to what extent, full stop. Then RBI can also go ahead to take action apart from NCLT action. Full stop. But companies have right to appear and approach Supreme Court and High Court. Full stop. NCLT is part of corporate governance. Right. Now please put the heading NCT, National Commission for Transgenders. I'll give you one soft document also to read about this, and I'll discuss it in current affairs also, because many issues are there connected to every commission, but the basics I'm giving here. NCT, National Commission for Transgenders, write in it. As per law, a transgender is the one whose gender does not match the gender assigned at birth. It includes number 1, trans men and trans women, TRANS, trans men, men, and trans, women. The number two, person with intersex variations, with intersex variations. The number three, gender queers, if I am correctly pronouncing it, Queers, means in Hindi queers, Queers in Hindi. Ajib. There is a word Ajib in Hindi. The Hindi translation of queer is Ajib. The person who is having abnormal behavior. Abnormal behavior. They are also transgenders. Abnormal behavior, what do we mean by abnormal behavior? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so the third dimension of the behavior, apart from male and female. Okay, so some of your friends in school days time, so one boy was adjudged as, you behave like this, and some girls were behaving like a boy. You understand that way? But there are still some other person whose behaviors are not accepted otherwise, and but it in extreme, if you look at, then they are adjudged as queer. Okay, but in Hindi they are called as Ajib. Okay, then the fourth one, person with socio-cultural identities, social socio-cultural identities. Right below this, intersex variation means a person who at birth shows variations in his or her primary physical and psychological features. Psychological features, right? NCT works under, right below this, NCT works under Ministry of Social Justice, MOST, Ministry of Social Justice, and it has a chairperson who is none but Union Minister of Social Justice, right? The vice president in it is Minister of State for Social Justice. Full stop. The members of Niti Aayog for of social justice, full stop, members of Niti Aayog, NHRC, representative of Health Ministry, Home Ministry, HRD Ministry, and from state governments are there in it. Let's stop. Apart from this, 5 members from LGBT, 5 members from LGBT, and 5 experts from NGOs working for transgenders issues transgenders issues are included in it. Its power is to advise its power is to advise, comma, monitor and redress the grievances related to transgenders. Let's stop. A transgender can give any exam, including civil service exam. Hmm? Any exam, including civil service exam, subject to subject to the minimum necessary criteria in form of medical exam in certain services. We'll stop. All uniform services may be restricted for them, but or all civil services are open for them. Right. Then write about Central Consumer Protection Authority. It is allowed. It is a different issue altogether. It is allowed. Hmm? No, I tell you. Being a civil servant, can you not have same-sex marriage? Will you be disqualified? My question is. No, I'm asking that being a civil servant, one can get into the wedlock with same gender or not? I'm asking that one will be disqualified. आप जब यूपीएससी का फॉर्म भरेंगे ना ऑनलाइन, तो 3 ऑप्शंस आते हैं. जब आप मैरिज रजिस्ट्रेशन के लिए जाएंगे ना, तो 3 ऑप्शंस आते हैं आज: मेल, फीमेल एंड अदर्स. That is a different issue altogether. For the property rights, for the children, that uh, the children's not possible, then adopted children's, what will be the rights? These are the civil matters. But as far as the marriages are concerned, one is free. Hmm. Hmm. पता नहीं. What the answer should be given for this question? Tell me. No, Special Marriage Act. They are not covered under Hindu Marriage Act. There is something called as a Special Marriage Act for the special marriages. For example, one girl is from Muslim background and one boy is from Hindu background. What marriage act should be covered for the Special Marriage Act? So is this matter too? What kind of? As of now, no reservation, but yes, UPA government wanted to make it another vote bank politics card. So 3% reservation they prescribed that time in 2011, but that was struck by the court. LGBT was declared as crime, and which was decriminalized later on. There's one movie also, no? In Hindi, there is one movie on LGBT issues and yeah, Ayushman Khurrana. Yeah, that way. Shubh Mangal Jada Savdhan. Please write one line about Central Consumer Protection Authority. Ministry of Corporate Affairs has announced that CCPA CCPA means Central Consumer Protection Authority will be set up soon under will be set up soon under Section 10 of Consumer Protection Act 2019 19 Section 10 of Consumer Protection Act 2019, which has replaced 1986 Act. Full stop. It will have powers under Code of Criminal Procedure, Code of Criminal Procedure 1973 for search and seizure. SEIZURE. It will be headed by Chief Commissioners plus 2 other commissioners with headquarter in Delhi. Full stop. It will have investigative wing. WING, headed by a DG. DG means Director General. DG. Full stop. District collectors will have power to investigate. Full stop. It will have the power to recall dangerous, hazardous or unsafe goods. GOODS. Hazardous or unsafe goods. Full stop. Consumer Dispute Redressal Commissions are already working are already working at district, state, and national levels. National levels. राइट, एक छोटी सी लाइन और लिख लो इसके बाद. एनसीआरबी, write in it. It is an attached office of MHA. MHA means Ministry of Home Affairs. Of MHA, set up in 1986 with objectives to empower, with IT solutions, IT solutions and criminal intelligence. Criminal intelligence, full stop. It calculate calculate incidents of crime per 1 lakh people of the population. Per 1 lakh people of the population. Full stop. It must be noted that NCRB figures merely, MERELY, merely reflect the numbers of crime registered by police, but not the actual crimes, that may be higher. That may be higher. Only when you are going to report the matter, then only people will come to know. What if media has reflected something else, but police has not recorded any complaint? 2009, 2019 report 2019 report reflected overall increase in crime against children. Crime against children. That's all for now. In 2017, all people wrote. No, आपको कुछ नहीं लिखना है, अभी सुनना है. 2017 there was a question in mains. The question was that is NCW, means National Commission for Women, able to strategize and tackle the problem that women face in both public and private sphere? Give reason in support of your answer. NCW, is it capable to strategize for the solution that the women are having in the public as well as the private sphere? And give reason in support of your answer. Now, from where will you be mustering the fodder for this answer? Is all innovative open-ended question, right? The civil society organizations which are working for the women cause, including the Vishakha NGO. Yes or no? Means only on the current affairs based question this is. I'm just giving you an idea that the classroom and the exam hall, if you're not having a bridge in between, then there's a problem. So then there is another question to open your eyes. In 2021, though the human rights commissions, HRCs, including NHRC, have contributed immensely to the protection of human rights in India. Means the statement is saying, okay, these commissions have immensely contributed for this cause. Now, they have failed to assert themselves against mighty and powerful. Analyzing their structural and practical limitations suggest remedial measures. But they are not able to assert themselves for the cases wherein the mighty and powerful have been found involved or indulged. So, this is a question for the cases, recent cases, wherein the Prime Minister's family, the Minister's family, Chief Minister's son, daughter, the big Babas, they all were found guilty, including Ram Rahim, Asaram, human rights violation, mighty and powerful. NHRC failed. But in your opinion, how to make it more powerful? They are it is asking, means this question is asking. How to make these commissions NHRC more powerful? So I dropped one expression, toothless tiger. They are only in that uh, write up. So to provide more teeth to this tiger, what you should. No, NHRC must be given power to impose fine on the department which is not taking action on certain cases, because you will be approaching first the department. Once department is not taking action, then only you are going to NHRC. So NHRC will be directing the department, or you can go to SHRC or NHRC directly. Then they will be directing the department to take action for your cause. Maybe you are a private firm or government firm, it can direct to anyone. Then its report must be discussed through a committee formed in the parliament, like the way as CAG report is discussed, right? Then apart from this, there has to be a task force with NHRC which has not been provided till date. Task force means the police force, right? The dedicated people to conduct even the raid. NHRC means if there is a direct helpline, see these people are uh, means taking a group of children through train to some other place, or there is a group of children found, or group of ladies or female found at some red alert area. All of a sudden, which body is to take the action? It is to work the way NIA work, at least for this cause. Khoya Paya helpline, you know, Khoya Paya, found and lost helpline. So these are the questions, like from whatever we discussed so far. But so maybe other question from NCT this time, probably they may ask in prelims as well as in mains. ठीक है, so tomorrow connected with this only we will be talking about the issues involving civil society. Okay, so आज की क्लास यहीं समाप्त कर दें. कोई समस्या?